Jonah O'Brien and I play Annie. Annie is an orphan who lives in an orphanage with a lot of girls who she's kind of become like a big sister figure to all of them. And they have, the person who runs the orphanage is Miss Hannigan, who is mean to the kids and makes them clean, and Annie hates her life at the orphanage and she just wants to be able to be with her parents. But when she tries to run away, she gets caught and she gets taken back to the orphanage. But then Mr. Warbucks and Grace Farrell take her in and let her stay with them for Christmas. And then Annie and Mr. Warbucks become very close, and Mr. Warbucks starts seeing Annie as his daughter, and eventually Mr. Warbucks will adopt Annie, but there are a few bumps along the way.
Hey, there's one I didn't get. Come here, boy. Aw, poor boy. Did they hurt ya? They're after you, ain't they? Well, they're after me too. But don't worry. I can let them get you or me. I'll take good care of you. Tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away.
That's all the fresh air you get for the month. What?
You know your favorite Chinese satin souvenir bowl on the island?
Yeah?
Molly grew up on it before.
What have you got there?
Nothing, Miss Hannigan.
What have you got there?
A dead rat! You want to see it? Get to work, all ya!
I'm Emily Wickelman, and I play Miss Hannigan.
Little girls, everywhere I turn I can see them. Little girls, night and day I eat, sleep, and breathe them.
It's very different than like other parts I've had in the past, and it's also very different from like my like everyday person. So it's just a lot of fun to like be like super eccentric and like out there and like play a character that's like very different from me.
Now, you could have any orphan in the orphanage, but not Annie.
Why?
I just told you.
I assume, Miss Hannigan, that it has something to do with all that business about Mr. Donatelli and the police. Perhaps I should call him at the Board of Orphans and sign it.
I'll sign it. I'm an easy gal to get along with. If it's Annie you want, it's Annie you get.
It's Annie I want.
It's Annie you get.
Oh boy.
It will be wonderful to see Mr. Warbucks again.
Yes, 6 weeks is a long time.
Yes, miss.
My name is Paige Lansing, and I play the role as Grace Farrell.
Everyone, this is Annie. She'll be with us for the next 2 weeks for Christmas.
Yes.
Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, everyone. Will I get it back?
Of course, dear.
Gee, I really love mine and Toby's Farrell.
I'm glad, dear. Now, Annie, what do you want to do first?
The floors. I'll scrub them and then I'll get to
Annie,
the windows.
you won't have to do any cleaning while you're here.
I won't.
No, of course not. Nor our guest. And for the next 2 weeks, you're going to have a swell time.
My favorite part of Annie would probably be I Think I'm Gonna Like It Here, the song.
Cecile will kick out all your clothes.
Oh, who I think?
Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Green.
Oh, no soap, I think.
And that comes in to make your bed.
I think I'm gonna like it here.
Nothing but the best for you, Annie. You'll go to the Roxy and have an ice cream soda at the Rumpelmeyers and a handsome cab ride around Central Park.
I'm Wes Osowski. I play Oliver Warbucks in Annie.
No, what is it, child? You don't want to go to the Roxy?
No, I want to. It's just that, well, I thought that you were going to take me.
Me? Oh, I'm afraid that I'm far
Gee.
no air like the air of New York. You don't realize how much you miss it. Whole damn city, until you've been away from it for a while. It's like the man says, after New York, every place is just Bridgeport. And why see? What is it about you? You're big, you're loud, you're tough.
He's like really stern and demanding, but eventually, like through like of course Annie, he's more of a soft man at heart.
Mother dear, oh, we know you're down there listening. How can we follow your sweet advice too? Easy street, way free.
So we started rehearsals like the beginning of January, like right when we got back from Christmas break. And like right off the bat, I think the cast really like bonded together, which was nice. But like as like rehearsals went on, like people started like becoming closer to like, especially people who they wouldn't necessarily become friends with like otherwise. So a lot of like friendships were made and like relationships were made, which like really shows on stage, because like a lot of people like have a lot better chemistry like now than they did like at the beginning, because of like all the whole like process it's developed.
I was born to a very poor family, a place they call Hell's Kitchen right here in New York. My parents died before I was 11. And I made a promise to myself. Someday, one way or another, I was going to be rich. Very rich.
That was a good idea.
By the time I was 23, I'd made my first million. But in 10 years, I turned that into 100 million. And boy, back then, that was a lot of money. Anyway, making money was the only thing I ever gave a damn about. And I might as well tell you, Annie, I was ruthless to those I had to climb over to get to the top. Because I always believed one thing. You don't have to be kind to those on your way up if you're never coming back down again.
I'm so excited. This has been like a dream for me because I was in Annie when I was in 6th grade and I got to be Annie's understudy. So now to be able to really perform the role that I have like loved for forever is super exciting.
Now I was almost his baby. Maybe.
The Assumption Night Players are putting on Annie March 3rd and 4th at 7 and March 5th at 2. Miss Hannigan better see you there!